Welcome to AISH webinar. Today we're talking about Dreamwork. And welcome, Kelly. Thank you for being here to assist us.
My pleasure.
So we'll explore the fascinating world of dreams and discover how hypnotic dream work can open the door to, and we do love this in this field, don't we, Kelly? Personal transformation.
Absolutely.
I'm Katherine Zimmerman, and today we're diving into the powerful ways our subconscious speaks to us through our dreams and how we can learn to harness that wisdom. We spend a third of our lives sleeping and much of that time dreaming. Now, we might think that dreams are random, but they are direct messages from your subconscious mind. And when you learn how to truly engage with your dreams, you open yourself to profound shifts in awareness and in healing. And Kelly, I know you've had several pretty traumatic dreams. We're going to pick one today to do the demonstration that isn't quite as frightening for our audience, correct?
Well, I had many to pick from, so we whittled it down to the one that's not so traumatic, right?
Good. Yeah, we want to educate but not terrify.
That's right.
So we're picking a dream as opposed to, let's say a nightmare.
Yeah.
All right. So let's explore how hypnosis enhances dream work. You've probably had the experience of waking from a dream that felt so real. And I know this is true for you, Kelly, that your heart was still racing.
Absolutely. Especially with the dream paralysis. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that will definitely get your attention.
Yeah.
Dream paralysis or sleep paralysis is actually normal.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps us from acting out our dreams. Yeah, it serves a good purpose. If you dream that you're running and you don't have sleep paralysis, you're going to literally be running asleep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Doesn't it? And no one wants that.
No.
It would not be good.
Mm-mm.
All right. So Gestalt therapy founder Fritz Perls once said, when you're dreaming, the dream is your reality. It feels true, doesn't it? Doesn't the dream feel?
It does. Feels incredibly real.
Mm-hmm. So these nightly stories are metaphors for your life. And they often hold the keys to the challenges that we face in our waking life. I've certainly got a lot of insight about my life by interpreting my dreams in the method we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dreams can take many forms, everyday themes, recurring patterns that keep knocking on the door of your awareness, and nightmares that ask to be transformed. Even lucid dreams, where you realize you're dreaming, and this is pretty fascinating, and you can shape the outcome. All of them hold meaning, even more often more than one layer. One of the most empowering principles in dream work, especially in this Gestalt approach, is that every part of the dream is a part of you.
That's a scary thought.
Isn't it?
That is.
It is. But remember, we're talking about a metaphor.
Yeah.
And that isn't that the language of the subconscious?
It is, absolutely.
So it's not just the people in your dream, that the other parts. Let's say there's an animal or a place or a mood, objects, even the weather. It's limitless. So each element represents an aspect of yourself waiting to be heard, reclaimed, and then, of course, integrated. Here's a real life example. Years ago, I worked with a client who had a recurring dream. She dreamt that she was walking on a tightrope. Right there, I'm nervous. And then she fell. But on the way down, she caught hold of another tightrope. She was fine. But then she would fall. And each time she fell off the next tightrope, she would catch another one.
So every time she fell, she never got off the tightrope.
She got on another tightrope. There was always one below the one she was on.
Okay.
Now, this dream had frightened her for years, and it was recurring.
Mm-hmm.
So when she became, it was so simple, really, in this case, when she became the tightrope, suddenly she had this epiphany that no matter how often she fell in life, there was always support.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, instead of eliciting fear,
Mm-hmm.
she has that dream. She feels encouraged and reminded that she's not alone, that there is something in the universe that will support her always, no matter how many times she falls.
How true is that, right?
Yeah. Now, I think more people are familiar with books as a way to analyze their dreams. Have you ever gotten a dream or looked up a dream in a dream book?
Yes.
Was it helpful?
Yeah, I think so, because there's some aspects about it that definitely make sense and connect. Sure.
It does. I had a friend for a lot of years who, if I had a dream about a house, she would immediately say, "Well, that means X, Y, and Z."
Mm.
And sometimes it resonated, but oftentimes it just didn't. For example, in a dream book, if you dream about a baby, that's new beginnings. And the age of the baby is when that new beginning is going to occur.
Oh.
So I had a dream once about a 9-month-old baby. And I talked to my friend about it. And she said, "Well, there's a new beginning in 9 months." Well, let's fast forward in anybody's typical life. In 9 months, will you remember?
No.
Because if you could remember it, it would validate the dream, wouldn't it?
Right, right.
But I'm not going to remember 9 months out.
Not unless you journal and can go back to it.
What would you remember to go back to the journal?
No.
Yeah. I used to keep a dream journal. Haven't done it for a number of years. But when I did, I would go back. And the only reason I knew those were my dreams, because it was my handwriting.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they were just gone.
They were gone.
Yeah.
And I think the word that everybody resonates with when it comes to dreams, well, first, two things. When my friends tell me about their dreams, they say, "I had the weirdest dream." Aren't they all weird?
Yeah. Because they're so disjointed. They don't make sense. It makes sense when you're experiencing it, but when you're trying to recall it and recap it, it's just bizarre.
It is. And the other word that we use that can apply to dreams perfectly, they're elusive.
Yeah, they go away.
Yep. And later on in this hour, we will talk about how to more effectively capture those elusive dreams. So the Gestalt dream work that we're going to do today will often bring people into a hypnotic state naturally. Because really, and you know this being in the field, Kelly, anytime we look within, we're more focused inward than outward. We're creating for ourselves that light hypnotic state.
Right. Your voice is already taking me there. Just in the last 60 seconds, I'm finding myself dipping down. Sweet.
Well, that's good news and bad news, isn't it? You'll be prepared. That way we won't have to do a formal induction that will take our audience into a state that perhaps isn't appropriate at the time and place they're in.
Right, exactly.
So we're going to be exploring that today with your dream. And just keep in mind that exploring any dream, it's about finding wholeness and certainly never about judgment.
Yes. Lucky for me.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no.
My dreams are crazy.
I don't know
All of
anybody
them.
who doesn't have crazy dreams. I had a colleague years ago. I remember clearly, she said she dreamt so often and they were so vivid that she was exhausted when she woke up all night long. It seemed as if, even though it probably wasn't accurate, for her, it seemed as if she was dreaming all night long and working through these dreams. So she asked her subconscious mind to stop it, to only allow her to remember the dreams that had impact, that were meaningful, that had some information that a message she really needed in her life at that moment. And the reverse is also true. Let's say you're saying, like Kelly, you said earlier, that you don't dream often. And my take on that is you don't remember.
That's probably true. One thing I will say though, that's something that's just coming up real quick, if you don't mind me
Mhm.
interjecting, that I often, and this is particularly true when I was developing my intuitive gifts way back in the day. I would, in my sleep, vividly remember, well, I would remember when I would awaken that I was taken over to the spiritual realm and being taught.
Mhm.
And I would remember snippets
Mhm.
of what was going on, on the other side. So, are those, can you interpret those as well?
Nobody's asked me to this date in 36 years to interpret that sort of experience, but I would say we would do it and find out.
Mm,
Who knows?
yeah, it's interesting, right? Because everything means everything, means something.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm,
All right. So practical steps, we'll just cover those right now before we move on with your demonstration.
okay.
Uh, if you want to have better dream recall, keep a journal, or these days, if your phone's by your bed,
Hmm.
there's a recorder. Keep a journal or recorder by your bed. And before you go to sleep, set your intention. Tonight, I'm going to remember at least one very helpful dream. Maybe even be specific about, I want to remember a helpful dream about fill in the blank, what's going on in your life that you want some insight. Then when you wake up, take a few minutes. Don't just jump out of bed. Don't move. Don't turn on a light.
Hmm.
Stay with the sensations of the dream. And if you're journaling, you've got your journal and your pen right there.
Hmm.
Before you lift your head from the pillow, write that dream down. Don't worry about complete sentences. Don't worry about anything other than capture whatever bits you can. You don't need to remember the whole dream in order to learn the message it's providing.
Okay.
Okay. I know my sister used to say she doesn't dream. And again, I said to her, you do dream, you don't remember them.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing, if we don't dream, and psychologists have done studies on this, if their subjects are awakened the minute they start to dream, over time, not that much time, they become psychotic.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Dreams are the brain's way of diffusing and
Mm.
working through things. Most of our dreams are going to be frustration dreams,
Mm.
working through things that have happened during the day so that we can let that go and get on and have a fresh start the next day. It's about 10% of our dreams are prophetic, maybe
Mm.
more for someone like you who's worked so much on developing your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are the dreams, and I can't give you a number for it, but then there are the dreams that say, hey, Kelly, here, I've got a message for you within this metaphor. Pay
Yeah.
attention.
Hmm. Interesting.
Even the frustration dreams, I'm thinking of a message. Let's say you've got a day job, like we used to have. We used to have day jobs. I know I worked at a university, and there were things about it that I liked and things I didn't. So having a frustration dream about that situation could give me insight as to how to cope with my daily work life in a different way,
Okay.
which would definitely be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So hypnosis is our way of entering the dream. So we will walk you through the Dreamwork process. And perhaps we'll add some more information at the end. We'll see how that goes. All right. Now, I'm going to ask you to describe the dream in the present tense and in the present tense while you imagine it vividly.
Okay. While I was listening to you talk, first, can I just run something else past you? For decades, I had this one dream. I don't have it anymore, but I would revisit my high school locker and not be able to remember the combination to clear it out. Decades. When I say decades, I mean decades I had that dream. High school locker. That's crazy, but okay.
Well, it is, but if you became the high school locker, if you still had that dream and became the high school locker,
I was full of crap. My
I think
locker
there
was
might be
full of
another meaning.
crap.
Yeah, I think there might be another meaning because remember, you couldn't remember the combination.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it to clear it out specifically.
All
Like it's
right.
the last day and I can't remember the lock combination in order to clear out my locker so that I could be done with high school.
Mhm. It's a message there.
Yeah. All right. So the dream that we're looking to analyze is, and I can't be the only one that has recurring dreams like that, but anyway, the dream I remember vividly that I was in a house, but it was like a very tall house with large glass windows. And I think it was 3 stories or something, but it had like mixed usage, like business and residential. And I felt like there was impending doom, like an earthquake that was going to happen that would shatter the glass or a tsunami or something. And or someone was coming, no, I remember it was someone that was coming in to do harm to everybody in the house. So I'm going through floor to floor to clear it out, clear it out, clear it out, getting people out. And I'm looking under desk and I'm just yelling for people. And I get the sense that someone's coming in, so I hide under the desk. It's like in a cubicle. And then for whatever reason, I get a signal that it's okay to run. So I'm running out and I'm just yelling, get out now, get out now, get out now. And I go and I run to the street and there's a specifically a VW bug car. And I get into it and I'm going down the street, but I'm not having control of the car. For whatever reason, I'm in the passenger seat, but yet the car is moving. And so finally it stops accelerating and I'm able to jump out, but I'm running back to the house to secure the house. I got nothing on that one.
Well, you will shortly.
Okay.
This will be very interesting.
And there's people all outside the house on the grass, just standing outside.
Okay.
When I get back.
All right. Having described the dream, now step 2 is that we induce hypnosis. And since we know you're a good subject and you go into hypnosis easily, how about if I count from 10 to 1? Does that do it for you?
That'll do it because I'm halfway there anyway.
I thought so. All right. Now just take a nice deep cleansing breath. Exhale. And as I count from 10 down to 1, just let yourself drop into the perfect level to explore this dream, to determine the message that your subconscious mind has for you. 10, 9, relaxing, releasing, letting go. 8, feels so good to rest. 7, that's it. 6, deeper and deeper. 5, moving down into this relaxed state effortlessly and easily. 4, deeper still. 3, just let go. 2, almost down to that perfect state of peace and tranquility. And on the next number, you're right there. Number 1, you're right there. Safe and comfortable. Pleasant state of relaxation. In fact, go ahead and step into your private sanctuary. Might be indoors or outdoors. You might be surrounded by colors and textures. You might just be in a space of feeling and knowing. So take a moment, explore this space, everything you encounter there, everything you experience in this space just takes you further inward. When you're ready, tell me that dream again in the first person, It's happening right now. Walk yourself through and tell me you're in a house. Start with I'm in a house. Be fully present in the dream. It's happening right now.
I'm in the house. I'm right inside the doorway, and there's these large, large, tall windows. This house is like a house of windows, and the living room is off to the left. Then there's a long hallway that goes down to my right. And then it kind of moves into a mixed usage part of the house. It becomes office space, and there's an elevator, and I'm going up to the third floor because I know that there's people coming to this house to come and wreak havoc. This is not going to be good. So I'm pushing frantically this button to go up to the third floor so that I can alert everyone and get them out of the house. And so the door opens and I'm going up and I'm keep pushing the button, keep pushing, like that's going to really make it go faster. But the door opens and I feel frantic that I need to get people out, but I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not seeing, but I'm yelling, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. And then I hear downstairs the door crashing in. So I go and I hide underneath and I dart into this cubicle and I hide under the desk. And then I hear somebody from this third floor come calling me. I'm like, get down, get down, get down. And I'm using my cell phone to call for help, and there's no signal. And so I'm asking, do you have your phone? Do you have your phone? Call 911, call 911. I left it on my desk. So the signal keeps coming in, but every time I try to dial 911, it keeps going out. Boop, boop, boop.
Right now, and just step into the signal. Be that signal that's going in and out. What's it like to be the signal?
Inconsistent frequency is what's coming up.
Okay, go on.
Unreliable frequency. It's not
remind you of
steady.
anything?
It's not stable. Well, yeah. I don't always trust what I know spiritually. I do, but I don't. Back in doubt.
One.
So I tell them that we're going to make a run for it. We got to get out of there because we can't wait for them to find us. So there's a back stairwell that I feel like we can go through the door and kind of go down and just kind of peek the door open and see if we can make a mad dash for it. And we do go out the door. And then there's this my signal comes back on and I'm calling people in the house saying, get out, get out, get out. I get into this car and I jump in and it's going, but then now I'm on the other side in the passenger seat. And so I don't have control of the gas and brake. And it just stalls out. And then I get out the car and I run back and everybody's standing outside. And oh, my 911 call did go through and help had come. Everybody's safe.
Now go back for a moment. Be that VW bug. Be that car. Say, I'm the car.
I'm not meant to control everything.
Ah.
I'm covered. That there's a plan, trust the plan.
Right. So trust the plan. What else just that position of being the car tell you?
Um, that I don't need the controls, that everything's okay. That trying to drive the car doesn't get me where I want to go. Trust the plan. Trust my plan.
That's your plan. Good.
Trust my plan. That I don't need to control every moment. And even when it looks like it's out of control, it's not. My plan's working.
Stay with that feeling. Trust your plan. Your plan is working.
So much energy spent trying to control the plan when it just works. It worked. Why to collect my energy I don't have to struggle that it's all okay. Don't choose struggle. Just trust the plan. And there's nothing to worry about. Everything was fine. It's the good old, we have such free will choice, we can choose suffering, and we often do.
Do you often choose suffering?
When I don't trust, because I know better. I know better.
Yeah.
So I'm choosing suffering in those moments when I don't have to.
What other parts of this dream, if any, stick out because they have a message for you?
Everybody's telling me that they were looking for me, that everything was, that they were okay. Where did I go? They were worried that they couldn't find me, that I wasn't safe. Okay.
If it feels safe and appropriate, step into one of the others telling you they were worried because they couldn't find you. What do you understand differently from that perspective?
You're always so busy taking care of everybody else, you don't let others take care of you. Let us help you.
How do you feel about that?
It's different. Feels good.
Yeah.
Don't know if I can trust it.
What would have to happen for you to allow yourself to trust it?
Try something different.
All right, such as?
Even if it didn't work, sky's not going to open up and swallow me up. But I feel like they're all gathering around me to show me that I am supported. I'm feeling their warmth and their sincere intention. So it's helping to dissolve the doubt.
Good. Stay with that. Yeah, what's coming up?
They're telling me that before I wasn't meant to be supported. It was part of my learning of independence, growing in independence, and that now my tribe is here to support,
Mhm.
that the wheel has turned. It's a divine timing issue that I can trust it now. I learned the value of independence. Everything happens for a reason.
And in divine timing.
And for the support of growth and not assertion of anything negative, just that's part of the plan. Trust the plan.
Coming back to trust the plan, doesn't it? Anything else about that dream that wants recognition right now? Rise up above it and just look down at the different pieces.
The house,
okay,
represents home, that it's and work, but it's safe to be a home. And not mostly work, but a home. Because the home looks very, it had looked very, it had a living space in it, but most of it was very much work, cubicles and workspace. Now there's drapes covering, softening the windows, and has a greater warmth in it when you go back in.
like you do. Filled with the warmth around you. Your home is reflecting it. Feel that warmth, that sincere intention. Sounds like that's coming in from several levels.
Yeah.
People, the home. So wrap yourself in that feeling supported, in the warmth and the sincere intention. Just breathe it in. You can trust it. You can trust your plan. What is that?
There's a kitchen in it now. Home and hearth.
You can feed yourself. I think it's more than just with food. Yeah.
There's communing in it. There's more of a sense of recreation, relaxation, not just work.
Anything else that you need to understand from this dream right now? Good. In a moment. Well, before we do that, just take another few moments to absorb at your deepest level this new information, this new way of being, this new level of trust, trusting in your plan, letting in the warmth and sincere intention of those around you, feeling the support into your very bones, wrapped in warmth, wrapped in support. Your needs are being met almost before you recognize the need for it. As you just trust your plan. Good. And in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. When I reach the count of 5, you come all the way back fully alert and aware, refreshed, with a clear understanding of everything you've encountered in this experience. And if there are other insights that are still important, just trust the process. Know that they will come in as you need them. So with number 1, feel that energy flowing into your arms and legs. Number 2, more and more refreshed, alert. With every number I count on 3, every cell in your body is functioning perfectly. And 4, sleeping soundly and peacefully tonight and every night at your normal bedtime. And on the next number, take a deep breath and stretch back to full alert awareness. Number 5, eyes open, take a deep breath and stretch.
Oh, wow. You almost got me, Catherine. You almost produced a tear.
Ooh.
That was interesting. A reinforcement of what my channeling is always telling me, the counsel that I channel. Trust the plan, Kelly. Trust the plan. You create the plan. Everyone's here to support it. Trust your plan. Don't choose to suffer.
So it comes through and it comes through and it comes through. And if it continues to come through, then I'd say, so you still need to hear reinforcement of, I think we all do, trust the plan. It's so easy to get caught up in the outside world
and the what is
fear-based thinking.
Yeah. Thank you. That was good. Unexpected and validating.
Good.
Yeah. Who knew?
You did.
Yeah. We all do.
We all do. We just need to open the door to what we already know.
Right. 100%. That felt good. That felt really good. It's interesting how it just comes up, it's just right there. So easily.
The more I've done the dream work with others, the easier it has become for me to sit with a dream of my own and say, oh, and I just tell myself the dream again, not even in a hypnotic state. I might go into self-hypnosis, but I can think about it and go, and get that little epiphany of, oh, insight. There it is. I know the message.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Such a cool process.
It really is.
I like the suggestion that you left too. If there's anything else that you need to receive from it, it'll come up after. I like that. Yeah.
And we know that would happen regardless.
Yeah.
But there's no reason not to affirm that and leave that as a post-hypnotic.
Yeah. That felt really nice. It's so nice to be reminded about what we offer other people.
Isn't it?
We just do it like we breathe and don't necessarily gain the benefit from it every day. And it's a nice reminder what we put out into the world.
It is. And we've got to do our own healing work. And having had the experience, the internal experience of exploring a dream, then when you're working with someone in their dream, you've embodied how effective this process is. You're going to approach it with your client from a whole different way than you would otherwise.
Right. Yeah. That's a two-way energy exchange too. Even as you facilitate, you gain.
Oh, 100%.
From what's happening, and that's the hidden treasure in all this, right?
It really is.
How many times do we say note to self? Note to self.
Yep.
Note to self.
The messages that I get for clients while they're in hypnosis that I recall, I always take those as, oh, that was for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when the client says,
100%.
can you repeat that? And I say, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's for them. And there's
Right.
no need for me to remember it because it wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, our clients share our same frequency. That's why they are attracted to us, correct? And the interesting thing about this too was that the frequency thing was what was being represented here in this whole dream.
Mm-hmm.
That it was especially the phone and the signal. That's what really, 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 really hit
Yeah.
because it's about how the because we create from our frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that my frequency can be inconsistent is what prevents me from manifesting exactly what the plan is.
When we were going through that dream and you'd gone through it initially and then we went through it while you were in the state, I thought I was looking ahead thinking, I think we need to talk about the cell phone signal in and out. And there's a little part of my mind saying, are you sure?
Yeah, because that was the big hit. So you were being guided to point that out.
I was, because when
That's that good old fashioned using your intuition as you go, right?
it is, because
Perfect
really
example.
I was more focused on the car when you first said the dream. I thought
Yeah.
the car's got a lot of meaning, but as you went through it the second time, I thought, oh, I don't know why, but let's explore the cell phone signal.
It was everything. That was that was that was metaphorical for my frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because the doubt part, that's the thought, and that affects your emotion. That's a negative emotion. Doubt elicits a negative emotion, right? So then your emotion is what dictates your frequency, and frequency is what you create from. So the phone was very important. That was the crux of the whole message.
Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And me hiding under the desk.
Yeah.
That's significant too.
Okay. Talk
That
about.
represented me not getting my book not being out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding under the desk, hiding this treasure
Yep.
because my frequency is not stable. It's not consistent. Oh my God, Catherine.
Isn't it amazing what all the different insights from one dream?
Yeah.
That's what you are going to continue to have insights about this.
Yes. Because that
Mm-hmm.
just dropped in,
Mm-hmm.
hiding under the desk. Wow, the mind is an interesting mechanism.
That's why we've not gotten bored. I've done this since 1989, still not bored.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
fascinating work.
Yeah. Classic. Don't hide your light under a bushel. Don't hide under the desk.
No,
Thank you for
not
that.
at all. You're very welcome. So that's an example. Now you may find that other dream, what may drop in the next couple of weeks, aspects of this dream, you may remember other dreams that have similar aspects that reinforce, oh, because what we're looking for here is your personal symbology.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
For like mine is my fingernails. If I'm in a relationship that's not working, I'll have a dream about getting my nails done and it doesn't work. Might look all right to the lady doing them. It might look all right to my friends, but I will tell everybody, no, look how they don't hold up. They don't look right.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that's happened, every time I've had that dream or a version of it, whoever I'm dating at the time is going to be heading out the door soon because I've had the dream that says it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
It might look fun on the outside, but deeper down, it is
Mm-hmm.
not a fit for you.
Right.
So personal symbology is extremely helpful.
Your shorthand, your spiritual shorthand.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Yeah. Easy recognition for patterns and what's happening.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. And I'm including for this webinar, we'll include the handout that gives that dream process, the outline. And I would encourage people to explore this with their clients. Having said, I've probably said this before, but let me repeat it. Clients don't come in with the purpose of exploring a dream. That's not the intention for the session, but they do come in and say, I had the strangest dream last night, and that can become their whole session. And they are astounded at how that unfolds and the wisdom it gives them. So it's a nice thing to have in your back pocket that you can pull out and use with clients to give them that unexpected level of self-awareness.
And they're doing the work. You're just the guide.
That's it, always. Yep.
Thank you, Katherine.
Oh, my pleasure. And we thank everybody who joined us for the webinar. Happy that you were here. We look forward to having you in for the future events.